Hey YouTube, well, I'm having a strange noise coming from my GY6 four-stroke scooter here, and I'm having trouble placing it because, I consider myself, I have a fair bit of knowledge of, especially small air-cooled four-strokes, and it's a weird noise. It doesn't sound like anything I've heard before. It sounds most like, I don't know, like connecting rod bearings or crankshaft bearings or something, but, I don't think it's that because it's really low kilometers, this bike. And the oil still looks good, still got plenty of oil in it. And, it has been running great, but now it still runs just as good. It's got a little bit less top speed on it. Uh, I'll tell you the things I've checked so far. I checked all the exhaust mountings, especially on the head, and that was good. That wasn't blowing. I pulled the clutch cover off, checked everything out in there. It looked good, but I still took the belt off and ran it without the belt, just to rule that out, and made the same noise. So I'm right now I'm thinking either like something's wrong in the head or bottom end. Um, I had my father look at it, or listen to it rather, and he thinks that possibly it's the exhaust. The inside pieces in here have disintegrated or rusted up and just broken and now are clogging here, and it's making a horrible like rattling sound. I'll start it up so you can hear the noise it makes real quick. I'm starting these bikes with one hand because you gotta do the brake. Yeah, so she's running now, and it's just very noisy. It's weird. But it's not like a specific noise, it's just general, like, mechanical engine noise, but it's really loud. I'll give it some revs. Yeah, I don't know. So I think starting off, I'm gonna just pull the exhaust off and run it with without the exhaust on, because if I do that, and it's gonna be loud obviously, but the noise from having no exhaust is different than the noise it's making right now. So hopefully my father is right, and it is that the baffles are all broken. But if it's not, I'm gonna have to pull all these plastic pieces off, pull the seat off. This, which I think is just one piece, so it's the whole thing has to come apart. And then I'll pull the record cover off, check everything there. If it looks good, pull the head. And then, if everything looks good in the cylinder, then, I don't know, maybe take off that side cover there, check in the crank. But I don't have a flywheel puller or anything like that, so I really don't hope it doesn't get to that. So yeah, just going to pull that exhaust off, then we'll start her up again. And, it will definitely be loud after I take the exhaust off, but hopefully it'll be a different noise. And if it is a different noise, I'll know it's just the pipe that's gone. I'm hoping that's what it is, because this bike is really low kilometers, 3,300 kilometers on it, and it's been really dependable. It still is dependable. It still runs great. It just makes that noise, and it's a little bit down on power. It seems that could just be in my head, but I'm pretty sure it's lost a little bit of top speed. So yeah, let's get that exhaust off, and then we'll start her up and have a listen. All right. Well, the exhaust is nearly ready to come off now. Yeah, there's 4 bolts. Well, 2 bolts and 2 nuts to hold it on. There's a 12 here, 12 down there, and then 2 10s on the head. I think the best way to remove it, well, the easiest way is just take that 12 out completely, slacken off that 12, and then remove the 2 at the head completely, and then just, it's easier if you have a buddy to do this. Obviously I'm filming with one hand and loosening with the other, but you would just loosen that up. Actually, I'm going to set the camera down for a second. Alright. Alright, well that bolt's out now, and then the exhaust should just slide down off the studs on the head. And there we go. Yeah. Well, I'm shaking it around. Doesn't sound like there's any pieces in there. So, I don't know. Don't think it's the problem, but yeah, start the motor and see how she sounds now. I mean, it's gonna be loud now, but hopefully it's a different kind of noise. Ignition on. Oh, maybe. Well, it's tough to tell, but I certainly can't hear any noise besides that, that exhaust noise that's coming out right now. So, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. Either hack the whole end off this pipe and remove the internals from it, or pull the rocker cover off and the head. But I don't know. I think I'm going to get a second opinion on that sound and, I don't know, see what I should do. Alright, well, the exhaust pipe's in the vise now, and the angle grinder's here, so, yeah, I've made my decision. I'm just gonna, hack it right there. And I guess if it's, mechanical noise is fixed, I guess I'll get my brother to weld and, we'll form some sort of new baffle for it, or just get another pipe, because they're, like, dead cheap on eBay. But, yeah, I hope that does it, because, I had a little bit more of a listen to it, and I'm pretty sure the noise is gone. I'm pretty sure. I don't know for certain, but I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, I'm just going to hack this pipe off. I mean, if it doesn't do it, it's no big deal, because rednecks like myself really like to make exhausts unnecessarily loud. So yeah, I'll do that, and then we'll put it back on the bike and see how she sounds then. Well, here's what's left of the exhaust. So it's probably going to be really loud even if I put this thing back on, but I mean, if it's really loud, then you won't be able to hear that horrible engine noise that it makes, if it is still making it. So, yeah, we'll put it back on and see how she sounds then. Well, I've got that straight pipe on there now, and yeah, she is noisy, but I'm pretty sure that original noise was the exhaust rattling around, because, I mean, the exhaust is loud, but the motor and everything sounds really quiet now, so that's good. I just took it for a little test drive, look, you can tell, and, yeah, it seems to be more performance for sure. It's like insanely loud, but I mean, a new pipe is not very much money anyway, so for now that'll do, but yeah, I'll try and get a new one as soon as possible. But yeah, we'll start her up. Have a listen to that exhaust. Oh crap. Well, it's still pretty tight. Damn, hot too. So, yeah, kind of a crappy repair video. Yeah, so, at least I, figured out what that issue was, so. Yeah, I guess the inner baffles of these exhausts aren't particularly good quality. So, yeah, if your bike's making a strange rattling noise, and it's not the motor and it's not the transmission, yeah, have a look at your exhaust. So, yeah, hopefully in a few days I'll get a new exhaust for that, and then she'll be good as new. Oh, and in case anyone's wondering, that Yamaha YZ125 that was in my last video, the one where I was just doing that, quick acceleration, yeah, more videos of that are to come. I'm just rebuilding it right now, waiting on a new ring and towing out the cylinder, just typical rebuild. It was getting 75 pounds of compression, which is like terrible. It should be at about 140, so yeah, figured I'd rebuild it. New plastics are on the way too. They'll be here like tomorrow. So, yeah, more videos of that to come. And more videos of Scooter to come too, probably. So, yeah, thanks for watching.